Stew and ale.
We skipped last week. You're not gonna get away with skipping this week. Everyone roll a d20. So,
Oh boy.
last time we had the final event of the tournament, the Labyrinth, where Aja, Loki, Cahoon, and Kenloy faced off and raced towards the center of this labyrinth to find the obsidian stone. And there was much twists and turns. Some people fought several creatures, some people ran from several creatures. One person didn't find anything. So, eventually, 3 people got to the center. Loki, Aja, and Kenloy. And there was a fight to obtain the obsidian stone, which was embedded in a rock monster, a golem. And after much desperate attempts to prevent someone from getting the stone, I won't say who, but Loki ended up reaching out and pulling or plucking the stone from the stone golem, and thus made him the victor. While Aja was sent to the medical tents for resuscitation and healing, Loki, Cahoon and Kenloy were sent to the waiting area, where Kenloy was a dick and stabbed himself to not give Cahoon the satisfaction of stabbing himself. and he was therefore sent to the medical tents because he was super low. Like if he would have
I
got hit
guess.
once more times, then he wouldn't have been able to grab the stone at all. But Loki was the victor, came out on top, literally as the labyrinth lifted him out of the center and into the view of the cheering crowds.
Yay!
And let's
Where
start
I
with
raise my arms and make my cape billow.
Of course.
billows the hardest it has ever billowed. Sheila, what is your fun fact about yourself?
Sheila's fun fact about herself is that she didn't learn to read or write until she was an adult, and is still not very proficient, not a well-read person. She's well experienced. She is an empath, the empathetic type, but she is not well read and hides it well.
She's got too much pink to be well read.
Yeah.
Better to sing it than to read it, right?
Right. And yeah, and she's, got the musical knowledge, which kind of equates to math and things like that. Certainly could play any instrument you hand her and all of that, and probably read music before she could read books.
All right, Loki.
Well, I wasn't always an adventurer, and when I was starting out, it's pretty tough going. I used to hunt mushrooms to sell, and that was how I made my way in the world for a while.
Mushroom seller.
Hunting mushrooms. I mean, you get out in the woods by yourself, and you're just hunting mushrooms.
Were you super popular in towns because you were the fun guy?
Ooh, I gotta roll a d4. Oh, good.
All right, Aja.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see here. Aja, when she was younger and first started exploring the world, when she became a legal adult, she had several what are they called? Where they're like the agencies trying to reach out to her to join a seafaring crew, to which she declined because there's not a lot of hunting on the ocean, or so she thought. But they had outreach or something. But they had like the crews that kept trying to get her to join their crew. Talked really funny, and she just thought that was a little too weird. And a lot of them were they had wooden limbs and eye patches, just really strange fashion sense. So she declined their offer.
So she stayed in Daymarsh?
Yeah. So it was in Daymarsh, she was kind of known for fighting bad guys and stuff, and she stopped a few robberies, and there was just some people who would see her and heard about her who would try and like get her to like, oh, get on our ship and sail to the far seas with us and you'll have a great time and make lots of money. And she was like, nah, I don't think that's for me. Thanks for the offer, but not interested right now. But there was a few that just kept trying to different crews of these ships and captains of these ships just kept trying to get her to join their crew, a little pushy, and she eventually like,
no
I'm part of
thanks.
guild.
No
I'm
thanks,
part of guild.
weirdos.
Right? It's like, I don't. Why you all have wooden limbs? Like, you could easily repair that. Why do you choose to not repair a limb?
Yeah.
All right. So we ended last time with everyone in the arena still, Loki being risen up, and the outro to the tournament.
He's done it! Loki Elkman is the grand champion of the Chondath Tri-Town Tournament. This has been a fantastic series of events, spectacular spectators. I am grateful I am present to view such a historic moment. Tonight will be a night for celebration, and tomorrow, these lucky champions and their respective parties will be whisked away to Samra, where the first, second, and third places are treated to a dinner hosted by the gallant Baron Valos. The lodgings for that night in Samra will be all expenses paid. Congratulations to Tits and the Harpers. I could go on all night with my primetime rhymes or my artistic allure of alliteration, but these are the final moments of the tournament. Now, let's get drunk. Who wants to buy me a drink? You? Yeah, come on down. You can buy me a drink, yeah.
And
No.
with that, the walls of the labyrinth are tilted to an angle where Loki, you can descend and return to the champion side of the tournament. Those who are in the stands, all the cheering around them, people are excited to celebrate tonight, whether or not their personal champions that they were rooting for had gotten first, second, or third place. And people start filing out of the arena.
Okay.
What were to happen if, say, we didn't go to that dinner?
You wouldn't get your prizes?
Okay. No, murderous, raging barons.
Oh, I see. Well, they'd probably give your stuff to Kenloy, so
Okay.
might not want to go, or might
We
not.
don't want to go.
Not
We don't want to go missing.
Right. You don't want to get stabbed by the barbers or anything.
Okay.
All right. So, Aja, you are momentarily incapacitated through healing. Sheila and Loki, what would you like to do?
I go looking for the rest of my party members.
Okay.
I-
So, if you'd like, you can all
Head
meet
to
up.
our camp area? I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm sorry, you're saying if I like what?
If you'd like, you can all head to the champions area. Sheila
Okay.
can meet up with you and Ponderance and Ashe, Cocoon as well. Aja, it will take you a little bit of time to recover. So, wait patiently while we figure out what people are going to do next.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So I found everybody else.
Yeah, you all meet up outside.
Okay.
Aja isn't there yet,
Right.
but you do meet up with
So-
Sheila,
Oh.
Ponderance, Cahoon, and
That was a close one.
Yeah.
I could see what happened to Katoon. I thought I could see him, just just as I entered the room. But then my attention was on that big hairy guy. I'm not sure what happened there.
Sheila, do you remember seeing what happened from above?
I remember watching and realizing how close it was that, without knowing where the rest of the parties were, how close Loki was to Cthulhu, and that they were just on the other side of the wall from him, and I was afraid he was going to go the wrong direction. That was very exciting because he did happen to run into the other party members, but he could have just as easily gone the other direction, and they never would have, found each other and got to the end. Also, I thought it was very interesting that Loki had no idea that Sasquatch critter was working with the other feller, the feller from the Harpers, and so that was very
I
interesting.
did
as
not
well.
know that.
No, I was watching that happen. So it was all very exciting, and it was just who knows how it could have turned out. But boy, that monster was a heck of a. He hit so hard, I don't know if anybody would have survived the second hit.
Oh, I would not have.
Yeah. So you're going to supper with the big Baron then tonight. You folks, you and Aja are going.
Sounds like it.
Oh, that'd be so exciting. Make sure you tell us all about it.
I will.
And after you all talk about what happened and how close everything was, it was incredibly close. Things could have been very different depending on which turn you would have taken, or if you had backtracked in a certain way, or if you had used your moments in a different method. But as you are speaking, Aja, looking beaten and tired and ready for a good long rest, walks up to the campsite. She would think that this is the best place to meet up.
Or Aja want nap.
Darling, you just, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're still alive.
Yes, me too. Just not great. I was like, I got hurt. I just kept finding trap after trap, and the healing that I had just wasn't cutting it,
Yeah. Yeah, Loki, he didn't find a single monster. Did you even find a trap, Loki? I don't remember. You were crawling up on the walls.
I got burnt with acid.
Oh, right. Yes, you got very lucky.
Yeah, I was doing fine up until that rock monster got me, and He almost took me out with one blow.
Oof.
Yes, it could have killed everybody there. What would they have done if it had killed all the players?
Then maybe it'd be a tie? I don't know.
I don't know either. My goodness. I kind of want to where you guys are at dinner. I don't know. I think the rest of us should see if we can investigate, find out where that sword went to.
Oh, yes, that would be important.
Well, you have tonight to do what you'd like. Tomorrow morning, or sorry, not morning, but tomorrow during the day, we will have someone show up and take you to the governing town of Samra, of the 3 towns in this area. It's more of a rich person, noble area than Shamp, which is the farmer's town, and Iljack, which is the merchant / sailing town.
So capital city, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the tavern and let people buy me drinks.
Oh, while you're doing that, see if you can find any information on that sword. Somebody's got to be talking about it. That thing is far too special to just disappear off the face of the earth.
I don't think whoever took it, though, is going to be talking about it.
Before
True.
you head to the public side for celebrations and drinks, I want the 3 of you to roll investigation.
Sure, I'm gonna miss those skill buffs.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh!
hey, jeez. Well, it seems like Sheila is the most eager to find the sword. And Aja is too injured to care about anything except for resting. And Loki just wants to get hammered. So, as you're all getting your stuff ready, possibly putting away armor or weapons or whatnot, just a night to relax, Sheila will come across a little something that you didn't notice the last time you were looking around your campsite. So first is you pick up a vial that seems to be discarded. It's 4 or 5 inches in length, so it's kind of small-ish. And you're looking at it, and you read the label, and it says ointment for eyes, which is an odd thing. Maybe some of those pirates that Aja was encountering could have used this, but you find some eye ointment, and you also find a piece of shredded cloth, and it's very dark, so it's hard to see, but the lights from the merchant area kind of light it enough for you to move it around in your hands to notice that it looks like there it is. So this is a and Sheila, with that high investigation roll, you can tell that this is a very nice piece of fabric as well. It's not just something that someone would just like wear in a dirty, grassy area like this. It looks like somebody was from a more regal area, left this on a piece of or on a tent beaten.
Like they got caught on it,
Yeah.
they tore away. Does it invoke me a memory of any robes I saw anyone wearing, any clothing I saw someone wearing?
Actually, no. Everything else here has been like super vibrant. A lot of the tournament staff are in very vibrant clothing to make themselves seen. Um, the merchants around here are trying also to be where people notice them so they can come and buy their stuff. None of the other contestants of the tournament has worn anything like this. You're not sure where it comes from.
Okay. But it looks like from a wealthy area, which makes me want to kind of follow along when they go to Capital City.
Are we going? We're not going to a different city, are we?
Yeah, you're going to the
The dinner, yeah.
the dinner is in the city that is all about the rich people and the leadership or whatever, the
Well, but
royalty.
it's just another part of the town, the city, right? It's not like a different city.
It's so this whole thing is the tri-town area. So there are 3 towns in a triangle. There's Iljack, which is on the coast, that handles trades and fishing and a lot of travel between the Sea of Fallen Stars. And then Shamf, which is the one that this is currently close to, the tournament is close to. It's a lot of livestock and vegetable farms. Also several crafters, like weavers and whatnot. And then Samra is the kind of rich, noble government area. So it's sort of one big city cut up into 3 smaller cities.
I see. Okay.
Well, I'm going to show the fabric and the vial to the other people and tell them, well, look what this is. I found this out outside our tent, and this piece of fabric, it was like someone had gotten caught on one of our tent poles out there. I wonder if this is a clue for whoever snuck in and got that sword. I've never seen a fabric like this. Have you seen this color and pattern?
Have I?
You have not. None of you.
Can I check out the vial, the empty vial?
Yeah.
I want to do an investigation on it. Like, I want to sniff it, see if I can detect what it is.
You can make a medicine or a nature.
12.
So you would know that this isn't a common eye ointment. You're not really sure the value of it, but it's not something that someone just like of a lower stature would be able to get. You aren't really sure what it's for exactly, but you know that it is a bit rare to find.
This isn't the clothing of somebody that, some poor person. This piece of fabric here and that I don't like somebody rich stole that sword.
It seems like it. Perhaps there is something you can investigate. Because I believe that's the part of town that we're going to tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
So,
it is. So when you go there, keep an eye out for that fabric. And somebody that looks like they need eye ointment.
Yellow flames on burgundy. Got it.
Something like that.
Okay. Do you think that eye ointment, that is not really eye ointment? Could it be some type of invisibility potion that he might have used to come into our camp and take the sword? I said he, but it could have been a woman also.
No, that's true.
Could be. We have a potions person and then apothecary who deals in medicines. Maybe they would know.
Oh,
Yeah, just ask him.
that's a good idea. Sheila, while we're off at the dinner, could you check with the apothecary, see if he can recognize this vial? Or tell us what it was for sure?
Oh, certainly I can do that.
And you could ask if it came from him and if anyone purchased it within the last day.
If they bought it there, certainly.
All right, you good here? We're gonna go get drunk.
I
Okay.
require one Moscow mule for my head.
Okay. So I suppose that the other 5 will go to the public side, and to get the celebration started, Sheila will join later. But Sheila, would you like to ask the potions vendor or the lizard folk
Absolutely.
apothecary?
I would like to talk to both of them, if I may.
Okay. Who would you like to start with?
Let's see if I can track down that potion spender before he goes to bed, or before he goes off to the bar and has too many drinks.
Okay. Well, as depicted on this lovely sketch on the page, there is a potions vendor on the left side and an apothecary on the right.
All right, I'll go ahead and go to the potion spender first.
Okay. So, in the days you've been here, you probably have either talked to or heard people talking to Bethany, the potions vendor, and she looks like she has some stock out, but she looks like, with the lack of business right now, she looks like she's trying to pack up so that she can be out of here by morning. And she sees you approach, and she says, "Well, hi! Welcome back! What can I get you for?"
Oh my goodness! Well, I don't know. Now I just found this here little almost empty potion bottle, and I just wanted to know if you can tell me a little bit about it. If I was to find something like this, what was this?
She
I'll
will.
make sure.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna give the bottle to her?
I'm gonna hand her the bottle so she can see it, please.
Okay. She will take it from you and look at it like very closely and say, "Well, I think everything in here has been used. It's for eyes. And you're looking for more?"
Well, yeah. Well, is what for the eyes? There's so many different potions for the eyes. If somebody dropped it, but I'd like to see if I can. I accidentally spilled the rest of it out of there, and I'd like to replace them if I could, but I have no idea what they had here. Is it a magic potion? Is it to help your eyes? Is it because your eyes are infected? I'd like just to know more about it. Just what can you tell me?
Well, I think that it would be common just ointment for your eyes if your eyes were itchy. But unfortunately, this is quite an expensive bottle. I would say it would go for about 25 gold if you were to buy it elsewhere.
I see.
And this, if you're willing to spend that much on this kind of ointment, I think that would be used for a spell. I personally don't do spells. I only sell for those who do.
I see. Well, I thank you so much for your information, and I'm gonna check with the apothecary. Just double check, see what other people have to say about it. Maybe it was purchased from them, but I will do that. Well, thank you so much for your information, and I just hope you have a lovely day.
Oh, very grateful for you as well. Have a lovely evening. Congratulations on your friends in the tournament.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And I bow my way out and head over to the apothecary.
All right. So you go to the apothecary. This stand is a bit more messy than Bethany's. It looks like instead of very neatly placing his items into his boxes and bags for travel, he's just stuffing various herbs into his satchels. Doesn't look like there's any rhyme or reason. He does have a few out just in case someone might want to come by and buy something. But as you approach with fistfuls of random herbs, he will turn and say, "Hey, welcome back. What can I do for you?"
Oh, hello. Well, I've got this here little bottle, and it had a potion of some sort in it that's for the eyes, but it's just a mystery to me. I'm just trying to find out, like where it was purchased, perhaps, or what sort of uses it had. It's just so hard to tell. I just wonder if, with someone with all your expertise, obvious expertise, could narrow that down for me.
And you also give the vial to the apothecary, the lizard folk.
Please, yes, I shall.
And just dropping the herbs in his hand, just on the ground, he'll like grab it and very closely look at it. His nailed fingers very delicately on the glass vial, and he will say, "But I don't think that this is something that I would be able to sell. I mostly sell stuff to make potions. We kind of have a deal go out with Bethany over there. And if I were to say, I'd say someone with more money than they really need, or someone who really needs some spell components.
Who needs a what potion?
Components for spells, magic stuff."
Oh, a component for a magic spell. Okay.
Price that this
Any idea what magic spell it might have been a component for? What sort of spell?
I'm not the one kind of person to do spells. I gave that up a while ago. I've mostly forgotten what I should do. But you can do spells, right? Can you know anything?
Yes. Oh, well, I will try. I will try to do that. Now that I know it's not just a medicine, this isn't just a medicine. This is a component for some sort of magic spell. Now I know which direction to go. You have been so helpful to me, and I thank you.
Thank you too. Would you like to buy anything? I get some nice herbs.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a little rain check on that, but I might be back. I might need to buy some components from you for sure.
All right. Well, tell your friends about Carrie, the apothecary.
Carrie, the apothecary. Well, thank you so much. I sure will.
The lizard folk grabs the remaining items on his shelf and stuffs them into his satchel as you walk away.
Okay. I'm gonna let it go to the other people, but one thing I think is it. Can I do like a magic check or something myself to? Let me see if I have a spell. Mending. I don't have an identify spell.
You could do an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll do an Arcana check. I don't have an identify spell. We'll just do a quick Arcana check.
Did one of our teammates have an identify spell?
I might.
You don't know of any spells you can cast that would require this kind of component.
Okay.
Maybe it's one of your teammates. Maybe aren't able to cast it yet. Maybe it's in the future kind of thing. But something of that requires gold amount is usually a fairly stronger spell.
Okay. Well, so I'll go back to the other party, the rest of the party, and I'll tell them what I've found.
Okay. So we will go to 5 others, and you make it over to the public side, and when you go through the gate portal thing that leads from one side to the other, you are met in the public square with uproarious cheers for Loki making his way through, and everyone who took part in the Tits events. Those who won, those who lost, those who fought hard. Just everyone cheers and is excited to have you over to grace them with your presence. And I was hoping that Cocoon would be here because as you are all greeted by this crowd of people, a little girl is passed forward through the crowd and placed in front of the Tits, the party. And she has her hands closed around something as if she's trying to hide something in her hands. And she walks up to Cahoon and she says, "And I know that you aren't the one who actually won everything, but you were so nice when you went back to Aja. You were so nice when you dared the others. And you may not have been number 1, but you were the greatest of all time for us." And she opens her hand to Cahoon, and everyone sees this. This item? There it is.
Oh,
Ooh, goats.
Ivory goats.
And we'll let Cahoon know about this. He will probably take it and give a rousing speech. We'll let him decide what to do next time. But when he is done speaking, the whole of the crowd here cheers. 2 individuals pick up the little girl and heft her on their shoulders and like start
Wow.
cheering for Tits, Tits, Tits. And they will allow you to pass through if you'd like to go to whichever tavern you'd like. Or do whatever you'd like. Do what you want. The night is young.
Oh, what are the taverns that we know of? What's the most upscale tavern that we've seen?
So there is the Careless Castle, the Honest Oak, the Salty Farmer, the Faded Hound, the Golden Guest.
What's the Golden Guest like?
Oh, it is spectacular. It treats you like royalty.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Okay. So the 5 of you head to the Golden Guest.
Okay.
And you are free. People are lining up to buy you drinks. You can drink as much as you want. As soon as you enter, the barkeep will shout, "Tits drink free here!"
Yay, I'm a tit.
And regardless of you get free drinks, people still want to like buy you drinks and buy you food and try and celebrate with you your victory.
Is there like a drinking contest going on?
You can make one. You can challenge people to drink. I mean, your drinks
Yeah,
are
I'm
free.
not doing that.
Our drinks are free, so we could do a drinking contest. I'm gonna try and do a drinking contest with whoever's in the bar. Is there any like other competitors in this bar, like that were in the tournament? Anyone we recognize?
I'm here.
Anyone not in tits, right?
Yeah. Like any of the Harpers or the robot guy.
So, you do see the Harpers when you entered, but as soon as they see you come in, they immediately leave. But
So are losers.
you'll see Mirasha, you see Osanahya. They are very proud that you won. They've been quietly cheering for you since the beginning.
Nice.
And then a couple of the single people, Fandator and Uziel, Taha, Branu. But Mirash will probably take you up on your drinking offer.
Okay. Yeah, I'll challenge her to a drinking contest.
Okay. So what kind of drinking contest? Are you starting strong? Are you starting weak and making your way strong? Or are you just keeping it medium throughout?
I imagine we're keeping it medium throughout.
Okay. So, you both down your first drink. Make a con save.
It's a 10.
Jeez. Well, I rolled a nat 1, so Mirasha downs the first one, and she was just exhausted from the week, didn't have the best of times, and so she instantly passes out after the first drink.
Well, at least she tried. I'll leave. How much did the drink cost?
For a medium, it'll be 2 silver.
Okay, I'll give.
What if you don't have any psychic abilities?
For what?
Well, that's how much it costs for a medium.
Oh,
Jeez.
God damn it! Jesus Christ!
All right, roll a d4.
It took me a second. I was like, what? Oh my God! All right, here we go.
But that's
okay.
like totally like psychic things are totally a thing in D&D, so I was really confused.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave her 3 silver just to cover the drink and like thanks for trying.
Damages. Okay, well, you won the first drinking contest.
Woo! I'm a winner. That means I'm technically second. Because the Harpers didn't even participate.
Sheila, you walk into the Golden Guest as a very large orc passes out in front of Aja,
Oh my.
seemingly from drinking too much.
Oh, I was just at it again. You go, girl.
I'm trying. So last time, I believe I summoned the panther. You know what? Maybe I'll get drunk enough to do it again. I'll keep drinking.
Okay.
I'll drink a hard drink next.
I'm gonna find a little spot. I'm gonna pull out my my battle bagpipe and tune it up and play a little jig, get people clapping.
All right. Roll performance. And Aja, do you want to keep doing a contest, or are you just drinking now?
I'm just drinking now. I think I would probably try and look for Lenny and Alasso, Minotaur warrior and the Dwarf warrior. Just talk to them and stuff.
Okay. Make another con save.
13.
Okay. As Sheila, though everyone is already riled up and ready and having a good time, as soon as you start playing, people, whether or not they know the lyrics, start singing along with you, and everyone is just hyped, happy, and some people are a little bit tipsy and getting on in their drink. Aja, you are definitely getting on it. Since you are trying a little harder stuff, you are starting to get hit a bit harder. Not enough to be drunk just yet, but it won't take much longer.
Woo!
I wrote a song about tits that I'm gonna get everybody to sing.
Okay.
How's the song go?
Your tit, our tits, we love our tits. They're all better when they're not torn off to bits. Tits are better when you push them all together. Everybody cheer for tits. Something like that.
Tits!
They're better when you shove them all together. Everybody loves their tits.
Tits!
Sort of a little drinking song today.
Yeah.
Whenever you say tits, people echo shout of tits.
Yeah, that's right. There's hand movements that go along with the song, you can imagine.
Do you have mage hand, Sheila?
I do not. That was my last one. I have vicious mockery.
I was gonna say you could have your your mage hand carrying your instrument while you do the hand motions.
I do have thaumaturgy, but I think that can only do very small things.
You can make your voice sound louder.
Yeah, that is. I'll use that to make my voice sound louder and make my eyes glow or something. Yeah, I can do small things. No, I do not have that sort of thing with this lady.
All right. Anyone else like to do anything else? Keep drinking.
Keep drinking, and I'm gonna pull out a creature from my bag of tricks.
Uh-oh.
Hope it's a raccoon. It's a 2, which is a raccoon!
Yay! Trash panda!
gonna give drinks to my raccoon.
With its tiny hands, it will accept the drinks. And I'll have you and your raccoon make con saves
Okay.
as you continue to drink through the night.
Here's raccoon. Raccoon got a 9.
Don't feed your raccoons alcohol.
You raccoons can handle anything. 9. I also got 9.
Like mother, like son. Well,
baby boy.
Now that you have a partner to share your drinks with, you also have somebody to get drunk with. Both you and your raccoon, get smashed, and
Woo!
The raccoon chitters along with the song that Sheila is singing, and it's as if it understands the words, but it can't speak the language. I just imagine the raccoon is sitting at the bar, one hand on a drink, one hand around Aja, and you're swaying back and forth with the music, with your mugs going around.
Yeah,
cheering.
I definitely at one point, like, when the raccoon's like chittering at the bartender, and the bartender's like, I don't know what he's saying. I'll like cast speak with animals and like translate like what the raccoon's asking for. The raccoon's asking for like marshmallows and hot dogs. Like, and some whiskey. And I'll give, like, at one point, I think we'll get so trashed, I'll be giving my raccoon the pipe of smoke monsters, and it's just letting it smoke. Just, you know,
Jeez.
letting my raccoon and myself go wild.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to do? Loki, what would
No.
you like to do?
Well, I've been drinking, but I don't drink a lot. So I mean, but you know, I went there to let people clamor to buy me beers. So basically, I'm probably on my third ale.
Everyone really wants to be close to you. You are the grand champion, but they know your brand, so they're keeping like a 3-foot distance around you, just so your cape can billow.
Yeah, because every once in a while I'm gonna do that.
And every time you do it, people cheer and hand you another drink, even if you haven't finished the one you're currently on.
Yeah, those are the ones that I hand off to Aja because
She takes it gratefully. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
So, but after a while, I've pretty much had enough, and I announced that I'm gonna go.
Okay. Well, unlike other nights, this doesn't seem to have a curfew where the music and lights fade. Since this is the final night of the tournament and you don't have any more events to go to the next day, they are allowing people to stay up as long as they want to spend money. So, you are free to come and go as you please.
Yeah, well, I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm gonna head out and get some rest. But it's been great party.
All right, Loki, you head out. The people really don't want to see you go. They want to keep you all night. They want
Always
the grand
keep 'em wanting
champion.
more.
What was that?
Always keep them wanting more.
Yeah. But they understand your need. You worked up quite a time in the labyrinth, and so they allow you to leave. Though disappointed, they will continue to party with the rest of the tits. Loki, are you heading back to the
Well,
campsite?
it's never a bad time when you're partying with tits. Yeah, I'm heading back to the camp.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else would like to do before the night is over?
I think Aja will keep partying, and because she's like she only needs 4 hours of sleep, so she's definitely going to like come back to the campsite like at 4 in the morning. Just the like doing the walk of shame with her raccoon. I imagine just like covered in filth. Just at one point we were just roaming the alleyway, like getting into people's trash and tipping their trash cans over and stuff. Just doing raccoon stuff.
Aja will return to the campsite not wearing pants, and the raccoon will return wearing pants, but they're not Aja's pants.
There's someone else's pants. Aja's like, yeah, definitely carrying like her boots, even though like they're really comfortable, but she's just like, just holding my boots of speed over my shoulder, trying to walk in quietly.
Oh my goodness.
Sheila, what would you like to do before the night's over? So far, you haven't had a drink, as far as
I have not. She often does not. She pretends like she has. She acts like she has. But she does not. She's going to be just watching the crowd very closely. She's very curious about anybody that looks like they have itchy eyes and wealthy and wearing that fabric. So she's watching for that, just in case.
Yeah, anyone who has pink eye in this crowd.
Yeah, any pink eye people. But she's keeping an eye out for the fabric and stuff that she saw. She's looking for clues.
Okay. Did you want to talk to anyone about it? Like, just casually mention something?
I will ask around a bit, see if I can see some, friendly, wealthier looking people. Maybe show them the fabric and see if they recognize the pattern.
Okay. So you're specifically going for like more higher class, noble people?
Yeah, but friendly, Somebody that looks like they're having a really good time and they're friendly might, be able to recognize it.
And are you kind of looking out for maybe someone who's had more to drink than not? Or are you looking for someone who's sober, or just...
I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think even if they've had something to drink, they're going to tell me if they've seen the fabric before. So I'm not necessarily looking. So I think everybody's been drinking in this bar pretty much. So I'm not making that a criteria.
Okay, make an insight roll.
Okay.
See if you can find someone of this description.
Yeah.
So, you are scoping out the place while you're singing, while you're distracting everyone with having your tits shown off to everything. You are looking around trying to find someone who's well off, looking for jewelry, fine clothing, maybe someone who is buying a lot of drinks for other people, someone flaunting their cash. And you do manage to find an individual. They aren't wearing anything like the cloth that you have found, but they do have very nice, like a nice vest and trousers, undershirt. They look fairly clean as well. So you can imagine that they probably have had time and money to make themselves look very presentable. And you sidle up to them, and they see you, recognize you of Sheila of Tits, and go to give you. It looks like to human male in his 40s, 30s, 40s. But when you go close, he goes in for a hug, and immediately you smell alcohol on his breath. So it's
All right.
pretty far gone for him.
Okay.
Do you accept the hug?
Well, sure. I know how to accept a hug without letting it get too handsy. I know how to do that. So she accepts a hug and keeps the hands from wandering. Well, I'm so glad. Did you enjoy my little song?
Oh yeah, it was great. You are awesome. Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I just love seeing fine dressed people in here tonight. I wonder if you could help me with something. I have found this little fabric and I just love it so much. Have you ever seen this pattern before? This color and pattern? And I show them the little scrap I have. You know anybody that wears such a thing?
Do you hand it to him at all? Or you just let him?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it to him in my hand and show it up to the light so he can see it. I don't want to lose it, but I want him to take a good look at it.
So he can look but not touch.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. He looks at you, kind of expecting more to come out, like the favor, and then he's like, "Oh, he'll get real close with his face to peer at the piece of cloth that you were presenting." He says, well, I can't really. I don't know it without the whole symbol. You're missing some there.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
You're missing some of the symbol of the cloth, the fabric.
Ah.
There's more to it.
There's more to it. Well, I'll be. So you have seen this before. Well, if I was to, I'd go ahead and procure. I do have a little piece of charcoal there and a paper. I'm going to procure it and ask him if he can draw it for me. Well, show me what it would look like if I had the rest of it.
All right. I'll have you roll persuasion.
Okay.
With advantage.
Sitting here taking notes. Go over to there. Persuasion.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So, he takes the charcoal and the parchment. He kind of looks around for empty space on a table or the bar, and bends down, and on his thigh where he's still standing up, he'll start drawing something. And it looks pretty crude. He draws a very oblong, lumpy circle, and then draws squiggle lines coming from it. It looks kind of like a kid's drawing of a sun. Well, this looks like a very poor, younger than kids, super, for my first art kit kind of drawing. It's like a circle with squiggly lines coming out from the center. And that's what you're looking for.
Hey, what does it look like? What am I looking at?
It looks like just a sun.
Okay. Looks like a sunshine.
Draw a sun in the sky.
Oh. I see. Well, that is so interesting. Now, what kind of people wear this? Wear this pattern?
Those people are the true workers of this town. They are the working horse, what's it called? Harders, heavy lifter kind of people. They are the ones who actually do work around here.
Ah, you mean that's interesting. So this is a very fine piece of fabric. This is not like a rough cloth worn by a workman.
Oh no,
They're
they're hired. They're like s- uh, contract workers. They
oh
know how to get the job done. Hey, all the stuff you don't want to.
oh, what kind of work do they do? Do they empty the garbage or build buildings or what kind of work do they do?
Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Sometimes people in the oh, sorry. Mm, uh, sometimes the people with the keepers of the law and order, they are hiring them for their good jobs and keeping people in line. Yeah, you'll want to
Oh,
look for
like a mercenary.
dark. Oh yeah, that's one of them. The
I see.
darkness shines. What is it?
Darkness shines?
Yeah.
You're trying to think of what they call themselves. Is that what you're saying?
The evening burst. No.
Evening burst. Oh, you'll think of it. I know you will. I'm gonna give him a little inspiration and see if that helps him think of it.
Okay.
Let me sing you a little inspiring song so you can think of what you need to think of.
Trying to give him bardic inspiration from memory.
Yeah, little bardic inspiration. Do do do. Oh, you can do it. You can remember what you need to. What's that word? It's on the tip of your tongue.
What is it? Is it D8 or D6?
It's a. Oh, I thought it was a D8. Let me look here real quick. Bardic inspiration. D8. I mean, you just roll it. What do I do?
Oh no, I roll it.
You roll
all
it.
right, so you're singing the song, and he's kind of like bopping his head to what you're saying. It's like, that's it, the Midnight Soul. And then he
The
falls.
midnight.
He falls
falls
forward and
unconscious.
collapses on the floor. And you check, and he's sleeping.
Okay, so it's the midnight Soul. I'm trying to hear you correctly.
A
Oh,
Midnight
but wait,
Soul.
it's a sun, right? Maybe it's Spanish soul, like SOL.
Oh, SOL. Midnight Soul. SOL or SOUL. Oh,
One of those.
okay. Okay. Good. Well, now we know who to look into. All right. Good. Oh well, I'm just going to make sure he's comfortable, and then I will move on and go home, go to bed.
Sheila just steps over his body. He's fine.
That's all right. He's good.
Put him on his side so
got
he
what I
doesn't
wanted.
choke.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go on your left side and put your hand under your, put your arm under your head. There we go. All right. Put him in the recovery position.
Yeah. Now he'll live in the morning.
We can't hear people choking on their own puke.
Yeah, that's not great.
That's not good. You ought to know. All right. And then I will go home.
Okay. So. I am updating something. So if you were to complete the symbol, like compare what he drew with the scrap of cloth that you have, you would end up with this, and I updated it with the information that you learned from
Oh,
the
great. The Midnight Soul.
noble.
Oh. Okay, so it might have been a business. All right. Somebody has hired someone to either spy on us or steal that sword.
That's what it sounds like.
Maybe they're looking for the prize for the next tri-town.
I was thinking that. Where do they come up with these prizes for the
Right.
tournament?
Exactly.
Okay, so you head back to your campsite, where you find Loki is sleeping. Cahoon, Ponderance, and Asha probably don't stay out too late. They don't seem like the kind of people to party as hard as. Actually, no. Asha will probably be keeping an eye on Aja for some time, and then Aja will disappear with her raccoon.
Doing raccoon stuff, maybe, I don't know. I would hope we're not breaking and entering. What do raccoons do at night? They just look for food, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what the raccoon and I are doing. We're doing parkour. We're climbing buildings. Trying to balance on fences.
Okay, so you all are able to get a long rest for the night. Wake up refreshed and feeling completely better. You have all your spell slots back. If you used any, you have all your health back, half your hit die. And it was just a restful evening. And as you wake up, you notice that some of the merchants that have already set camp up around you have packed up and gone. There are some spots that are left empty. Just what's left is a patch of grass that has been sat on for a week. But yeah, it is a new day. What would you like to do first?
Well, I'm. Have they told us when we're leaving for the other place?
Yes, I'm gonna before in the morning. I'm gonna catch you guys and tell you everything I just learned that you guys just heard. I'll recount the entire story and show you the drawing that guy made and tell you all about the Midnight Soul. They're mercenaries. They work for merchants or rich people, hire them to do things for them. So somebody did some dirty work or hired someone to do their dirty work for them.
But,
That's great work, Sheila.
how did they... Yeah, it's a fantastic job. But how did they know we had the sword?
Didn't one of us use it in one of the first fights? I think he used it.
I believe Colton did, yes.
So they would have seen that. And it was quite magical. It was a very powerful sword. Somebody would have noticed.
That was on day 2, right? Day 2 tournaments?
One or two. One of the first things.
And then the sword went missing on day 3. Right? When we were fighting monster? Or no, the sword went missing on day 4.
That's right.
Well, do you think that is something you can investigate with the rest?
Yes, I can do that. We will do that. But I kind of think since this person was so wealthy, they probably live in the capital city type town here that you guys are going to, and I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to the same town.
That sounds good.
Well, I thought they said that we. Did you say that all of the tits went to the town and it was all expense paid? Or am I getting that wrong?
Yes. All of you were gonna go.
Oh, excellent. All right.
Yep, so you're already going unless you opt out.
So,
So I'm gonna get myself some breakfast if we're not going for a while.
yeah, you guys can have breakfast while you wait. You can do any last minute shopping that you'd like before you head out. But most of the merchants have started packing up and leaving.
Cthulhu has the stones, right? The cell stones? Sending stones?
Sending stones?
Yes. So I'm gonna ask Cthulhu to have another one so that we can stay in contact with each other. If something happens while we're having dinner, or if something happens to them.
Okay, well, he will have one and he will give the other one to you.
Okay. Mark it on my sheet.
And after you have your breakfast, if you like the nicer stuff, I think that Asha would gladly give you some of your cheese. Otherwise, you can have your rations of hardtack.
Oh no, I want to go like to one of the taverns or something that's gonna be I want bacon, I want a big cheese omelet, I want fresh fruit,
You're doing the fantasy.
I want hash browns.
As long as it's fantasy, he's eating everything he wants.
Well, this is the kind of place that will have it. The tournament that has pretty much it.
So that's what I'm doing for breakfast.
Okay, so yeah, you go out. It'll be like 1 silver for all that food.
Wow, that's a great deal. Can I move to this place? I mean, what's housing costs like?
Well, can you be a level 8 fighter and win the tournament? Gain a ton of money? Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, there's like prizes, right?
What was
Because
that?
he gets a prize. But was there a gold reward as well, or is it just?
You can look at the application form.
You know, I don't remember.
Third place, an item imbued with magic and 1,000 silver pieces. Second place, an item imbued with magic and 1,000 gold pieces. First place, an item imbued with magic, 1,000 platinum, and the legendary prism.
Whoa.
Oh my god. 1,000 plat?
Jesus.
That's a lot.
That's insane.
Of course, I'll share it with the group.
Alright, so you have your breakfast, you pay for your cheap food. Not cheap in the sense that it's not very good, just cheap in the sense that it doesn't cost very much. And as you are, whomever would like to have that food, you can pay that 1 silver for it. As you are all leaving the tavern, you notice that there is most of the people have left, so it's like half the crowd as there have been in previous days. But a lot of people have gathered outside the tavern to look at this carriage, this large carriage that seems to have possibly appeared out of nowhere, because it seems too large to like go down a lot of the roads, the footpath, and it seems also too large to go with all these people. Like, how did it get here? And the weirdest thing about this carriage is there are no animals that can pull it. There are no horses or mules or anything like that that are hitched up to the front of it. So you see this very fancy looking carriage. Looks to be large enough to fit all 6 of you. Out of the side of the carriage comes a dragonborn individual. He opens the door and greets you with open arms. Welcome, tits! All aboard, you ready to go to Samra? I can wait, but not too long.
I'm ready.
Sure.
This is a one-way ticket. It's either all of you, or, well, I guess some of you, but I'm not coming back for more.
Okay, so we all get in, right?
I would assume so.
Alright. So he does a quick hop, skip, and jump, and jumps onto the wheel. He grabs some reins that don't look to be attached to anything, but you all get inside of the carriage. Inside of it, it looks bigger on the inside. It's kind of like a stretch limo where it goes on further than you'd think. Inside there are drinks, very nice food items, some snacks and like sweets, like little candies and pastries. There's like very nice breads, like croissants or like loaf breads. There are different kinds of meats that are still warm from whatever cooked them. You got your steak, you have like seafood, fish, and a few berries and whatnot to like go along with this light-ish snack as you head to the next town.
Even though I just had breakfast, I'm still gonna sample some of this stuff. Because it looks too good. Especially anything pastries.
Yeah. I was just probably going to try and take some and put them in her bag.
Is your raccoon still there?
No, I think my raccoon ran off or disappeared in the morning.
Yeah.
So you, as you like start admiring all the different food items and start picking what you want, you feel a jolt as the carriage begins to move. But it doesn't just move horizontally. You can feel it move vertically as well, as if the carriage itself has lifted off the ground.
Sure it has. I look
Fantasy.
out the window. I look out the window.
All right, you look out the window. You can see that the tournament grounds are fading quickly as the flying carriage makes its way northeast towards Samra.
Okay.
And it doesn't take that much time. Probably like a couple hours to get to the next town up. It would normally take you like an entire day to get to the next town, but you pretty quickly, in the time it takes you to eat your food and talk about what you want to do when you get there, and discuss what you found, what you're looking for, that kind of thing. You end up and when you arrive there, you can look out the window and see that though the ground is quickly moving forward towards you, you very safely land in the streets of Samra. And the carriage driver will open a little flap that goes to the limo carriage, and you'll shout in, "So, this is where you'll be staying for the night. All expenses paid. Congratulations on winning the tournament. I will be back here at 7 o'clock tonight to pick up the 3 who are going to the manor. Or I can just stay here while you do whatever you want. I don't know. This is what I get paid for."
Okay.
What a fancy town.
So yeah, we'll go look around.
Okay. You notice that immediately. You notice the difference between Shamf and Samra. Everyone is wearing very nice clothing. It looks like everything is fitted, and people are also walking around in different armors. There isn't a whole lot of street activity in the sense of chaoticness. It's more orderly, people in robes chatting to each other about something. There are markets here, but it's much more much less random, more like you go to the store and buy something, you're done. There isn't much haggling involved. So is there anything you'd like to look out for while you're here, or do while you're waiting for the time to pass?
Look around and see if we can find that someone who might have hired the fella with the fabric we're looking for, the Midnight Soul. See if we see any of these fellas around.
Okay. Make either insight or investigation rolls.
Can the others do that too if they're here with me?
Yeah, everyone else.
I will.
Of all the people that are here,
Oh shoot! I didn't want to do an investigation.
You know,
I
I
wanted
think-
to do insight.
I think
'Cause I do much better with insight.
what's your plus to insight?
6.
That would be a 15. instead of a
Yeah.
12. All right. And Sheila, that 24 was yours?
Yeah, that's hers. I think she's got this, honestly.
She's been getting some rolls.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of points in insight.
She's a good investigator.
Investigation.
And
And detective.
She didn't. She wasn't able to roll in the past couple sessions, so she's making up for it by rolling well.
I guess so.
So, Aja and Loki, you're looking around. You definitely notice a difference in wealth here. Even possibly the lowest of the people here could be the highest in another town. It's just everything is very clean, fitted, organized. But the two of you don't notice any unusual activity in the sense of what you're looking for. Sheila, as you're walking around the town, like you go through the markets, you look like you're tourists in a sense. The six of you are like in your armors. You got your weapons at your side, so you kind of stand out from the quote-unquote commoners of this town. But
The
you're
gentry.
just perusing around. Sheila, you notice that a couple businesses actually have the symbol that you saw, the Midnight Soul. Either a person is wearing a arm patch with the sun on it, or a business will have like a poster of the soul on it. It's not on the outside. You'll kind of like glance inside, and you'll see like a poster just hanging on the wall inside. Maybe some kind of indication of what goes on in the business. But the people here aren't as shy about the Midnight Soul, because in Shamf, you saw nothing. Like you tried to remember, but you couldn't see anything. You couldn't remember seeing it at all. Nobody mentioned it. This seems like a much more popular place for whatever this organization is.
All right. I'll point it out to my friends and tell them, if we're going to be trying to find out who stole that sword from us, I think we're on to something here. And I'll show them or point out the two businesses. So one of the businesses, somebody is wearing it on an armband, huh? Who's working there? Who appears to be working there?
Yeah. And the person wearing it is a larger individual, male, 6 something, probably mid 6 foot, and fairly burly. So it looks like they're able to do the hard labor that they drunk.
The guy that sat in front of me at the theater the other night.
This guy
No.
specifically. Yes.
It had to be him. Boy, I tell you what. I couldn't see a thing but the back of his head. All right, so I'll point it out to my friends and said, what do you guys think we ought to do? Should we just walk up and talk to him and say, who you been working for lately? Or, they kind of look like, what do you think, like bouncers or mercenaries? Hired bouncers?
Club bouncers.
And they're basically mercenaries, I assume.
Yes, but like
You could,
sneaky.
Thieves or assassins for hire? What?
I am going to just venture a guess. They're not going to tell me who they're working for as a matter of practice. What do you think?
I would think not. It'd be pretty poor business practice. I assume most of their clients desire anonymity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. How are we going to...
Are you able to if you find one, maybe you can charm them?
Oh, you're right. All right, but you guys have to back me up when the charm wears off. It never goes very well after that.
Well, we may be at dinner, but okay.
All right, well, I may have to time this in a certain manner.
What time is dinner?
Well, the person said 7.
7
they were gonna
o'clock.
Pick you up
For the dinner?
to go to the dinner.
Okay. And
So
what
we
time
got
is
some
it?
time.
Yeah. What time is it now?
Charm lasts 1 hour.
I just
So
the
I
current time
suppose
is
if we
early
try it
afternoon.
now-
Okay.
Okay. We have it lasts an hour, so we can either be gone or I don't think I have a disguise spell. Does anybody have things that make us look so they can't tell who we are? Can't disguise myself very well. I also have this man spell.
I don't do spells.
No, that's not going to work because it's going to have to be charm. I think if we go up to that burly gentleman, or maybe let's try somebody in the shop that might not kill us as quickly.
So you're
Oh.
not
All right.
you're not going to the individual that's wearing the armband. You're going to one of the shops that has the poster.
Yeah, that has the poster. Just see if
Okay.
I can talk to them about who might have. Well, I don't know. What's the rest of the party think? Should we talk to the gentleman with the armband? You know-
I think you should go into the shop and act as if you want to hire someone,
All right.
or go to the guy with the arm patch. But I just think the shopkeeper may not really know anything, and
There, he's just got the poster there. All right,
Right.
I will do that. So I'm gonna let's go into this shop over here where they got this poster, and I'll go in and see if there's anybody there to talk to.
Okay. So you enter this shop. It looks like they're selling like trinkets, small little things to decorate, like those little porcelain cherubs kind of thing. You see it
Precious Moments figurine.
elderly people's houses.
Oh my God, humble figures. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna talk to the shopkeeper.
Okay,
yes,
so
but
they're
they're magical figurines of wondrous power.
Oh,
the
they're gonna make a figurine of you someday. You know, you're this big, winner, Loki. See if they
Currently
got a
working
Loki
on-
figure.
on one of the trinkets. There looks to be a very elderly man, bald cap with the hair, like white hair, going around the sides. Massive thick glasses, like Coke bottle glasses. And he looks like, though aged, has very delicate fingers working on these porcelain.
All right. Oh my goodness, what beautiful work you have there that you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I was just looking at this poster you have up in your shop. Is that
Huh?
now, what does that indicate?
During your time talking to him, he doesn't look up. He continues to work on the item. And says,
Yes.
"What are you talking about? What post?"
Oh, and I'm gonna tap poster with the sunshine on the Saul poster.
He quickly glances up at it before going back to his work. Oh yeah. They keep people from breaking my stuff.
Ah, so these people they kind of like, what do they call that? They're like they protect your shop. There's some sort of a thing where you pay them and they make sure that nobody steals from you. Is that what you're saying?
Talking about security? Yeah,
Yeah, something
they're
like
high
that.
security.
Oh. How would we go about hiring somebody like that, or talking to them about hiring something like that?
Do you own a business?
Well, I'd like to. Maybe I need personal security. You know, we are kind of important people that just won a big tournament down there. Yeah, maybe we'd want to hire personal security. Who would we talk to about that?
Well, he's kind of busy right now with the tournament that happened. But see if you can find Senor Ud Savors.
Senor. What's his last name?
Senor Savors?
Senor Sawhorse? Ah, I see. Oh, Old Sabers. All right, I did guess it's my accent. I was calling him Senor Sawhorse. That's something. All right, well, how would we go about reaching that gentleman?
Well, he's normally really hard to find, but you can always go to one of the town hall. Maybe set up an appointment with you.
Oh, excellent. Okay, we will do that. Well, thank you so much, and you just enjoy your day.
Hey, not gonna buy anything?
Well, maybe I'll come back later. I don't want to just I don't want to carry it around with me all day, so I might come back at the end of the day and buy one of these beautiful little figures.
How'd you go to a shop when you're not gonna buy?
All right, so we come back out of there. Well, folks, I didn't see no reason to charm that gentleman. I don't think he could have helped us that much more.
Yeah,
But I think if we
you're
were
right.
to perhaps talk to the boss and maybe charm that man, that might be worthwhile.
Do you know where the boss is?
Town hall is? Well, just ask a passerby. People live here. Somebody looks like they live here. I should have asked that man. Missed my opportunity.
Just grab
If
a
you buy
rando
something,
off the
you could
street.
give something away.
Are there any police-like figures around here, like guards or?
Yeah. This seems like it would be a bit unnecessary, just because of how orderly it is. But obviously, someone is going to come into town and wreck up something. So, you do see some guards occasionally strolling the streets. These individuals are a little more heavily armored than the nobles that they are watching over.
Walk up to one nearby and be like, "Excuse me, do you know where town hall is?"
Oh, are you new from outside town? Oh, wait a minute. I know you. You're from the tournament? Yeah.
Yes. We're just wanting a tour, and one of the first places is the going to the visitor center. Usually is town hall.
Really? Well, if it's a tour, then where did your tour guide go? Why aren't you?
We didn't have tour guide. Are there tour guides here?
Well, you said it was a tour.
No, we're touring town.
Oh.
Self-tour. It's a self-tour. We just wanted to come see the
It's a
town
weird
hall.
price.
Say hello?
Sure. Right. They will, give you some directions, like go down this street, take this left in the alleyway, right down there, and
Take another left where the old cart used to be.
Take a left, another left, another left, and one more left, and then you'll be there. I want the three of you to make quick insight rolls.
Insight rolls.
I got a 23.
I got a rock. Ooh.
All right. So, Loki and Aja, you are like kind of looking at this person. Seems to be a woman. They travel in pairs, the guards.
huh?
So, her companion is kind of like nodding his head, like, yeah, sure. And Loki and Aja, you notice that hidden underneath the armor of the guard that's giving you advice, you see glimpses of the symbol of the Midnight Soul under the armor of this great
Huh.
this guard.
Oh.
Sheila, you're making sure you remember where to go. Okay, yeah, this way. Yeah, town hall is this. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you for your service.
Is this somebody we want to talk to?
Hey.
Oh.
Congratulations on your victory.
Well, yes. We worked hard. Things didn't always go the way we wanted to, but there's not much you can do about that. You know?
Yeah. Now we
I
gotta
personally
find Senior Saul, so we gotta go.
I personally thought that Kenloy person would win first prize, but get there first, not always win.
Yes, exactly.
Alright. She waves.
Okay, folks, let's go. We gotta go find Senior Sawhorse.
Jesus.
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh,
She
look,
said
the
nothing. I'm gonna
Senior
drag.
Sawhorse.
Are you
her
looking
away.
for someone?
I'm dragging her away.
Senior Sawhorse!
No.
Am I saying that?
If you're looking for Senor Savors,
No, yeah, that's him. I told you, I said it right.
Aja slaps her head.
they will close the distance between where you are to talk to Sheila, so you're not shouting across the market. And when you're doing that, people kind of look at you weird, like, why is this person shouting? Why are they saying that name? And kind of giving you a wide berth around. And the guard comes up and says, "Oh, are you? What business do you have with Senor Savors?"
Well, none at present, but we might want to have some business with him. So we just wanted to have a meeting.
Meeting, you say? He's kind of busy. What?
I understand.
What are you looking
We
for?
just-
Maybe I
we
can
just
help.
sort of won this tournament, we might want to talk to him about, personal security.
She looks to her partner. If you need an escort, we can help.
I'm gonna look at Loki and Aja and see kind of what they think about this. Should we talk to these guys? Should we wait for that guy? What do we want to do?
Guys, I'm sorry. Is there more than one?
There is a woman
Did I-
and a man guard.
Okay, there are two. Yeah, so now you'd have to charm them both. So, no, I just shake my head.
I think we want to talk to the boss man.
Well, you're in luck. He's in town. He wanted to see the tournament. He saw you play, perform, or compete. But I hear that he's going to be at, and he points to Aja and Loki. He's going to be at the dinner.
Ah, well then. But I think that we will perhaps visit with him after that.
Well, it might
Well,
not be
thank you
looking
very
for
much.
business. Oh, are you leaving?
Well, Yes, I think that we'll just have a chat with him when I see him at the dinner. So thank you very much for your help.
All right. She kind of waves you off as they turn to walk away from you. You see that her and her partner like lean in, whisper something to each other as they walk away.
Great. Well, so
Well, it's a good thing we didn't find the man and charm him, because he definitely would have killed you when he saw you at the dinner. If he's going to be at the dinner, I think we better put our plan in motion afterwards.
probably. It would appear, I don't know if any of you noticed, but like they had the marking.
Yes.
Oh, those two did? Oh my goodness sakes! I
It
didn't
makes
know.
sense that if they were serving as security in the town, that they would be part of Midnight Soul.
Yes,
Hmm.
all privatized. Well, shall we still go check out City Hall? See what it looks like, where it's located.
I'm not sure what the purpose would be now. We were looking for City Hall to find Mr. Sawhorse.
True, but after dinner, we might,
Oh, so we
Oh.
know where it is in case we needed to.
in case we needed to, speak with him after or something.
You can always follow him.
Alright. I also wonder about these Midnight Soul people, whether they're actually protecting the town or if it's just a protection from us if you pay us enough gold kind of
Yes.
scheme.
That's what it usually is. It's a protection racket. For instance, that shopkeeper, there was no one there protecting his assets. He just pays them, and then they tell him, "Well, if you do not pay us, then we will pay you a visit that you won't like." You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Essentially, they don't actually do anything up for him other than not rob him.
Oh, and
That's
the guy pays them for it. Wow, amazing.
This is how it works, dear. That's how it works.
That's the real world.
I will rob you unless you pay me. If you pay me, then I won't rob you. But you better pay me on time, or I will come in and wreck you and rob you, and maybe beat you up as well.
Huh.
And that's what they do. Yes, it's how they work. It's racket. They're criminals. So it could be a criminal
But
enterprise.
we do not
Very
know
well.
that, though, for sure.
Yes.
That's true.
But I do have a suspicion.
Yeah, me too. Especially if they're stealing perfectly nice things like swords, and they're using some very expensive things to do it. They're doing well. You know what they say about people who are doing well when other people are doing poorly. Well, since I've got some time to kill, while you guys are at the dinner, I think I'm gonna ingratiate myself at the local tavern and see if I can make some coin.
Sure, but maybe keep an eye out. I would guess that you've caught the guard's eye.
Oh, I'm used to that. I'm used to catching people's eye, if you know what I mean.
So as you're learning new information about the Midnight Soul, I'm updating the handout that I gave you, just to make sure that you
Okay.
have that.
Well, you have a good time, Sheila. I'm sorry you can't come to the dinner with us.
Oh, you guys have fun.
Do you still have a few hours to kill? You want to do something before the dinner, or you can get settled into the hotel?
I'm just gonna make my way to the tavern and set myself up, get my instruments out, and order myself some food, pay for it, and I will throw my see if I can. If the bartender will let me perform, I'll throw my hat down. Or what I put down. I don't have a hat.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'd like to go back. I'd like to go to the hotel, and like take a nap because I had a big breakfast and then I was eating on the way here, and I could use a nap before dinner.
Aja, is there something you'd like to do?
Yeah, is there a guild hall for my guild in this area?
You'd have to do it in Champ because that is the more of a crafters guild area or crafters people. They do more
artisans.
More of the hard labor.
Never mind. I will just follow.
You could probably find a Fletcher sells the items that are made in Champ. But do you want to follow Sheila or do you want to take a nap in the hotel?
I'll probably not take a nap in the hotel. I'll probably just if there's a hotel lobby, I'll hang out there. If there's in the hotel.
Is there ever?
Whoa!
This is the hotel that you get.
Oh my god! Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna be just sitting and drinking hangover tea in the lobby. The nice little sitting area.
The name of the hotel that you're staying at, all of the expenses paid. Very nice. I don't know what your situation is that you wanted to sleep in, but if you wanted, you could each get your own room. Each room has very nice indoor plumbing, cushy bed, armoire, a wardrobe to keep your stuff in. And the name of the hotel is the Tri-Mare Hotel.
Tri-Mare. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have my own room, and then I'm gonna summon him.
All the animals.
All of them. I'm gonna summon 3 of them, so they're not lonely.
Okay. I'll have Sheila roll performance to try and
Ready.
get something from these people.
See how I do.
Okay. So so the people here are they have magic attuned boxes that they can have the music play out of. They don't have live performance here. That's lower class stuff. But when they get some live music, even though they hate it and they hate that they like it, they like it. And they like it a little too much. You manage to get, if you do set out whatever cup or hat or whatever you have, people very grudgingly or begrudgingly tip you. The barkeep wants to kick you out, but he likes it much. So, and he's getting more people coming in with that. So you get 10 copper, 11 silver, and 11 gold.
Ooh, great.
Oh, the cheapskates throwing in coppers.
I know.
They're emptying
Probably the coppers.
their... Everyone roll D4. Alright, so... Aja, if you want to roll your bag of tricks creatures.
I'll do one. What the heck? Got a 6. Oh no. 6 is a giant badger.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's okay. Giant badger. That's fine.
In a hotel room.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna make a little fort for him in the bedding.
Even though it's giant, it is still of medium size. So it is about 5 to 6 feet tall. Which is, I mean, for a quadrupedal animal, it's still pretty big, but
Yeah.
he will get all snuggly with you.
Yay.
Honey badger don't care.
Honey badger don't care. He's my service animal.
This badger is my service animal.
This giant badger is my service animal. He helps with my anxiety and my
I
panic
bet he
attacks.
does.
Okay. So Loki takes a nap. Sheila makes a little cash on the side, and Aja summons giant badger. Summons honey badger. And the day goes on. Several hours later, Loki, you are able to wake up before time to go is. It would be roughly sunset. When you have to go out and meet the carriage again.
Okay.
Okay. And so you go out and you see that it looks like the carriage driver has not moved the carriage at all. People are making wide turns around it, trying to avoid this person who's been sat here for like 6 hours. And it looks like he's like tearing up some of the meat that you would find inside the carriage and like throwing it in front, and it's just like landing on the ground. It's like, I missed that one. Next time. Tears off another piece, and tosses it out, just plops on the ground. Oh, you're back! I was beginning to wonder if I. Wait, what time is it? Oh yeah, sunset. Let's get going.
Am I able to carry my honey badger? Like, can I like carry it like a lapdog?
You will have to have half movement, but yes.
Okay, I'm fine with this. I would use my boots of speed to help, anyways. But
Okay.
and I'm like petting it like I'm a fancy person.
Are you carrying it on your back? Are you carrying it like because this badger is probably like the size of a medium-sized, like a cougar or a panther,
Then I
but
have
very
made
fluffy and fat.
a makeshift leash with the rope that I have in my backpack, and I'm like walking my badger like it's a dog, like it's a fancy dog. Like,
As you walk through the hotel with your badger and out into the streets, you hear people say, like, "Oh my, can you imagine someone have a badger?
they're
I know,
very-
right? So uncivilized.
So uncivilized. They can't even afford a badger.
I heard she won the tournament. Did she use the badger for that? I highly doubt it. Maybe the badger won. I doubt she could.
Rude.
you know, snooty gossip.
Oh my gosh. Oh, just let me get to a high bell tower.
The foppish of all the people. But yeah, the badger sees all the meat on the ground and immediately runs towards it to gobble it up. He's like, "Oh, you got it finally! Oh, I've been waiting for that. All right, you bringing that with you? I don't think
Yeah.
the Baron will be very happy about that, but I don't care. That's not my job. Let's go."
All right, I climb in.
I do too.
Okay. So you get in, and once again, without much forward movement, you go up into the air. The two of you are whisked away towards towards the manor. And you make a beeline straight there. No twists and turns here. You land. Whoops. Pay no attention to the people in front of the screen.
Class is here.
No.
I mean, it would make sense. That group, was that the Mighty Few? They're so wealthy. Of course they'd be here.
Alright, so you get to the front of the manor, and you are let out. The driver says, "Well, I can either meet you back here or I can stay here all night. I really don't have any place to be because this is my job. What would you
Honestly,
like?"
If you could stay here and watch my precious Jerry, and I give him just shake the head of my badger, and give it pets and stuff, like, I would be so grateful. And I will leave Jerry in the cart, in the carriage.
Jerry's already going for the meats.
Yes, I will even leave extra meats. I'll leave, like, he needs a pound of elk meat like every 2 hours. And I'll pull out like
How long are you
5
planning
pounds.
on being in there?
Well, I don't know how long this will take, so here's 5
All right.
pounds.
Okay, so Loki, you step out of the carriage and on your way to
Yep.
the front of the manor. Aja, you do the same. Something's different though. Something hits you, Aja. It's like a smell and a taste that you don't really encounter. Have you ever like had the misfortune of smelling or tasting like iron or steel?
Yes, I have to consume iron every day, or I will collapse.
Cool. So sorry to bring that up. You like, it's very, very faint. It's like you kind of wonder if it's really there. But you have this taste and this scent in your nose of iron. And you just kind of like blow it out your nose, like, whatever. Weird.
I will whisper to Loki, like, "Ugh, smell that." Smells like, like iron or just metal.
Yeah, I get that.
Loki, you
What
don't
do you
smell
think
it.
could cause it?
Loki, you aren't smelling it.
Okay, all right. What do you think it's from?
I'm not sure. Ugh, gross. Can I kind of like do a perception roll to see where I think it's coming from?
Yeah?
It It's an 8.
It's just kind of like everywhere. Like, you didn't smell it when you were in the carriage. When you stepped out, that's when it hit you. So it could be anywhere.
Ugh, I don't know where it's coming from. Oh god. I hope it's not inside. Ugh, faster vest. But I will continue inside with Loki.
The two of you make your way towards the door. You go to knock, but right before your hand is about to hit the wood of the door, it very slowly opens. Not a sound. It does not have a creak. It's very silent as it opens up. And there is a bearded man, very old, possibly in his 80s or 90s. Not quite as old as you, Aja, because elf, but
Yeah.
old for a man. And he sees the two of you and he says, "Welcome to the estate of Baron Valons. Master Kenway is already here. If you would make your way into the foyer, we can begin."
I'll follow him in.
That follows behind.
You first walk in. This entryway goes in a little bit. On either side, you can see doors to the east and west, leading elsewhere. There are several tables here where people can place their things. I'm not sure what you would want to bring to this dinner. If you have all your equipment, if you have very little of your equipment.
Aja would have taken the time to put her bow, like her bow and her quiver in her bag of holding. So like she's just got her bag of holding and the bag of tricks. And everything else is like in the bag of holding. Except for her clothes, obviously, and her boots and her cloak.
So you have your cloak. Do you have your armor? Studded leather on?
You know what? I'm gonna say no. Probably not, because I assumed this was a fancy dinner, so I don't think it'd be appropriate to wear like blood-stained armor. So I would probably have my armor in my bag of holding.
Okay. Loki, what are you wearing? What are you carrying?
Well, I left my. I'm gonna. I left my shield and my backpack at the hotel. But I'm.
You have your scimitar? Or
Took off my
axe?
chaintail. I do have my scimitar, and I have one of my throwing axes in my belt.
Since you have mithril armor, it is light enough that you could be wearing it underneath common clothing. Is this what you're doing, or did you take your armor?
Oh, okay. I mean, well, because it had me before. Why do I have mithril armor and chainmail?
Because mithril is the material it's made out of. It's not
Okay.
armor.
Okay.
It's chainmail made out of
So I have
mithril?
to have. That's why I have both of them in my equipment list, but it's really just one item.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and I am wearing. All right. Yeah. Then yes, there's no reason for me to take off the mithril armor. I'm wearing it under my clothes, but I do leave my backpack and shield.
Okay.
It's just awkward carrying a shield to dinner, you know.
Oh yeah. So, this elderly man leads you in. You can see there are places to put your stuff on either side. A table and a wardrobe to keep if you had any items on you to stay. But as you're walking through, you notice that there are a pair of guards that are walking through. They look to be wearing very heavy armor. They look kind of robotic in the armor sense. Through your travels and your questing, you have recognized Warforged. These individuals look like
Right.
Warforged as if like they were crafted to look identical. And you see these two individuals cross your path going from west to east as you are continuing north through double doors. And you make your way into foyer where you see Kenloy already waiting for you. He sees the doors open and like his eyes just go slant as he kind of glares at the two of you. There are two guards that are standing on either side of this stairway, and the person you assume is the butler or the main head servant of this house walks up to the side of the stairs and turns to face you, and he announces what's next, and he'll say, "May I introduce our guests, the Baroness, the Lady Hissera Valus." And your gaze ascends up the stairs to a woman with scarlet skin. It shines and flickers as if flames dance underneath. Auburn locks flow gracefully from her horned crown. Gold jewelry adorn her spiral tines. A golden choker set with sapphires descends her fuchsia evening gown. A devilish vermilion tail dances behind as if bashful. Sheer sleeves loosely cover her elegant arms, leaving too much to the imagination. She would appear to be gliding down the steps if you could not see her bare hooves bless the carpet with each stride. And I want you both to make a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 10.
Oh,
Oh no!
all right.
Not one.
If this is like something for being charmed, I do have advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Do you?
I do, as Fey ancestry.
Okay, so, roll again. Can you beat a 10?
13?
Okay. I don't know if you want to use any inspiration you have it to use.
I don't have any that I know of.
I
I
don't
didn't
have
do.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you are gazing up at this woman, you feel that you are enchanted by her beauty. She is one of the most beautiful creatures you have ever laid your eyes on. And you feel like you would do anything for this woman. You would lay down your life so that she might want you both to make a history or an insight roll.
Who? Which?
Both of you.
Both of us.
Both of us?
History
Okay.
or insight. Okay.
Jesus
Loki.
Christ. I am rolling terrible.
You are just... You can't take your eyes off her. There's... you don't know what it is. You don't know if it's magic or if it's just her. But you can't focus on anything else except this one. And Asha, there's something about this woman. You see it. Her eyes. Her smile. You do recognize her, but not just from the arena when you saw her before. Somewhere previous, in a city that you spent a lot of your time in. It's her face. It's strikingly familiar to a sketch that has been posted around town. Like, this face has been celebrated for heroic acts or something familiar, something very close. What you're seeing. It's so hard to place this person. But there's something. There's something about this person that you recognize. And the Baroness chuckles at your awe. Welcome, champions, to the manor of Baron Valus. He will be joining us shortly for dinner. I am here to greet you and present your well-deserved rewards. And you realize that the head servant has produced a large velvet box in the time that you were staring at this woman. You finally were able to pull yourself away from looking at her to see that he is presenting it to her. The Baroness strides over to him, opening the box, and inside you see several large coin pouches that are accompanying 2 small ring cases and a medium valet tray. The Baroness pulls the first pouch and case and moves in front of Aja. For your humility and empathy, as well as your cunning and strategy, I present these items to you, Aja Revas.
Aja will take them. I feel like Aja is captivated by this and is just staring and is just forgetting manners. So just like
Something inside of you has awoken that you didn't know was there when you stare at this.
yeah. So I'm staring at her just like in like awe and like I guess confusion as well as like admiration. Probably blushing a little bit, and I'll just like Masaranas. I'll take them.
She smiles, that mysterious smile that is from somewhere. Would you like to open your items?
Yes. Yes, I will open the items.
You slowly open the ring case, and you find this in there. The Ring of the Ram. And also, in the coin pouch, you find your monetary reward. 1,000 silver.
Woo! That's like 10 gold.
Next.
the ring is sweet.
Oh, just you wait. Next up, she will retrieve the next pouch and the case and return to Kenley. For your determination and inspiration, as well as your nobility and poise, I present these items to you, Kenloy Ephraim. And the two of you look over at Kenloy, and he's changed. Like, he went from, like, scowling and glaring at you to, like, wide-eyed. If you could see his mouth, it would be agape at this woman. And he will very slowly take the ring, case, and the sack of coin. He will very slowly nod as the Baroness retrieves the final items. The medium-sized ballet tray, the final sack. And she will approach Loki and say, "For the Grand Champion of Chondath, in darkness, you found a path to victory. Against all odds, you have shown your worthiness of valor. I present these items to you. Congratulations, Loki Elk." And you can open the package that you got earlier this week.
Oh,
For that is your item.
Ooh.
Pull get the ribbon off. It's a square. It's a box. It's a deck of many things.
Oh my god.
The deck of many things. That's exactly what it looks like.
Loki, you've received the deck of many things.
I
Grand
take it
Champion.
has 22 cards in it.
And so there are some cards in this deck that don't really go with this campaign. The ones that give you experience. Since you don't get experience, I have adjusted
Okay.
the value of them. So you'll get something else instead of the experience. But
Okay.
that's what you get. And you also get 1,000.
So, like, I see the second one listed here is Comet. If you single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster you encounter, you gain 1 level, but you'll do something else, right?
No, you'll gain 1 level.
I would gain a level. Wow.
Oh
Okay.
wow. So you could level up like before, like, because normally we level up by destroying these legendary, extremely magic items, but you don't have to
That's what I
follow that
thought.
rules. That's crazy.
There are also
But just if I happen to draw that card.
Well,
Well,
no,
there-
there's another one down too. There's
Oh.
Sun. You gain 2 levels and a wondrous item. And the wondrous item appears in your hands.
So that one, your physical item will give you experience. So I had to adjust it so that it would give you levels instead of experience, because experience is nothing in this campaign.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
And the Baroness once again turns to the velvet box. She closes the lid gently, but only for a moment before opening it again. When she does so, a rainbow of light spills out of the box into the room. A crystal prism rests inside the box, radiating every color imaginable. The Baroness delicately removes the prism from its prison and offers it to Loki. This artifact can only be trusted with those strong enough to resist its allure. Do you accept the responsibility of caring for and destroying this blessed and cursed item?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Accept it. As she gives you this item.
Ta-da! We did it!
The
Hey.
head servant kind of chimes in and says, "Be sure not to cast spells while you're in the manor, please. Things might not go as you would think it may. Not in the presence of the banner, the badass."
What if it was like for her protection? Like if, like a bear showed up and she needed protection from bear.
We have guards to take care of that.
See.
No need to brandish your magical weapons. Now that the rewards have been given, please follow me to dinner. It is ours to serve.
I follow.
And he will turn down the hallway that goes beyond the stairs. You go forward for a room and then take a left and go through another set of double doors. You enter a small room. This looks like to be a lounge. There are a couple couches attached to the walls with some tables that are for light drinking and possibly some card playing. But you continue beyond this room and you enter the main dining hall. And here you see that there is already an individual here. The table is filled with all sorts of foods, and this individual has already started eating. And you will recognize this person from when you first entered the tournament. It was the person who got you signed in.
It was a guy?
Yeah?
I kept imagining it was like a lady.
I didn't say that they had a gender.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, that makes sense.
this person is kind of messily eating all the food, and the Baroness walks up to them and says, "Kevavek, you may have dinner with us, but please don't make a mess on the floor." And they say, "Sorry, miss. I'll do my best to keep my mess to myself." "I'm sure you will." And she will gesture to the rest of you to have a seat. Start enjoying dinner if you'd like. The food here is quite extravagant. Everything from very like honeyed breads with nuts. You've got all different kinds of meats, varying from like beef, pork, to fish, shellfish.
What if I'm glucose intolerant?
Then
No, I'm just. Never mind. I don't say it.
there are many different kinds of fruits where you wouldn't even find it from the region you're in, like tropical stuff. Just pretty much anything you could ever want has been made and ready for consumption on this table.
You got bacon?
They have bacon, yes. They have many different kinds of bacon.
Nice.
Pork belly as well, and smoked, and maple bacon. There, you even notice some of the pastries have bacon on them. It's a shame that
Oh,
Asha couldn't be here to witness the bacon everywhere.
yeah. But is there a lot of cheese?
Oh, all kinds of cheese. Like,
Oh, yeah.
almost.
Poor Asha.
I mean, her box would have more different kinds of cheeses, but the sheer quantity of dairy you find is on this table. So she, the individual she talked about, Kavava, is sitting at one head of the table, closest to the doors that you enter, and she will go and like sit at the right side of the other head of the table. So you may sit wherever you like.
I'll sit next to Kenloy here.
I'll sit on the other side of Kenloy here.
And throughout the entire dinner, we'll just slowly inch our chairs closer and closer.
And Kenloy will not notice because he can't stop staring at Bernice. But she will sit down and like very slowly eat. She's not gorging herself like Kivavek. They seem to be just, they're here and they couldn't wait for everyone else. So they're just going at it. And after a couple minutes, the head servant will kind of get straight backed and stand at attention, and will say, "May I present to you Samo Deep Collar?" And in walks a gnome that looks very familiar, though he's much smaller than you thought he was when you saw him before.
This was the announcer, right?
Yes. And he raises his hands up in the air. He's like, "What's up, everyone? Tits in the house! Congratulations!" Hey. And he like does the head nod, like say what's up to the Baroness. She just kind of smirks, and he's like, he winks at her and walks over to sit at the chair across from Kenloy. "Hey man, you okay? You're a bit distracted." And Kenloy does not say anything. Whatever. Alright, let's get some food on. Woohoo! Love it.
I just have to say, you were a fantastic announcer. Just
Oh,
Very-
stop. No,
Just
keep it coming,
amazing.
keep it coming.
your performance every day was just amazing and super hyped. You were just, milking the audience for everything that they could give. And all
Oh,
the
they loved
cheers and cries. You were amazing.
You're amazing. You're breathtaking.
So, oh, no, we all know who the breathtaking one is here. And Aja
yeah.
blush and look at the Baroness.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Claps his hands together and it's like, all right, let's get some grub on. Starts grabbing some of the meats and breads from the platters. And after another short time, the head servant will once again get ready. "May I present to you Senor Old Savos and his bodyguard Melodious. And in will walk these two. The senior is the one with the cape, the green cape, and he's got like, he didn't really plan like Aja did. He's covered in leathers. He even has like a leather kilt that he's wearing, and he just strides in. Melodious behind him will have that smirk on his face as he looks around at all of you, and they will walk in, and he says, thank you so much for having me. Baroness, what an honor. What an honor. Well, I see that you're all digging in already. Let's get started. And he will sit down opposite Aja. And his bodyguard Melodious will sit directly next to him. And he's a bit more delicate than Samo, where he grabs some food and like just grabs a couple things. As Melodious sits down, he doesn't go to pick up food. He just sits down and has that smirk the entire time. He's just looking at everyone, just like occasionally glancing at Yavavek, just like chuckle to himself. Which one's the hot one?
Senor, the one in the blue cape, or with the cape.
Okay.
I was like, oh no, he's hot. If only Aja weren't charmed, she'd probably try and talk to that guy. He looks cool.
The thing that was awakened in you before, like, suddenly happens again. Like, 2 times in one day? Whoa.
Which one do I focus on? They're both eye candies. Oh God. And they're neither of them are elves. My parents will be furious.
Oh, what am I to do? All right, and as you are chatting about what you would like, eating your food, before the head servant can get ready to do anything, the Baron immediately strides into the room, not even waiting for any kind of announcement. And the head servant will go, may I present to you the honored guest, the Baron, Lord Garos Valus.
Aja will stand up, like, assuming that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, so the armored guards and the other guests will bow graciously, including Kavevak, who will be taking a moment from their meal, stand, bow, and then return seated and eat. The Baroness will remain standing as the Baron makes his way to the head of
And Loki stands and bows.
The Baron is robed in a tasseled cape that is depicting a mountainous landscape under the sun engulfed in flames. His crimson noble attire ignites the room in his presence. Though he wears a cloth vest and trousers, he clinks with each step his iron sabatons and greaves. Heavy gauntlets covers his hands, and a spiked spaulding connects his cloak. Like his wife, his swept horns are jeweled in gold, though his tail is free of the burden of metal. The Baron's foreboding presence adds a measure of tension to the otherwise relaxing. And when he enters, as you're eating Aja, like stuff starts to taste like tingy with metal. It's weird metal flavor.
Araja's gonna try and hide her foul taste in her mouth and just keep taking smaller bites and trying other foods to see if it's all affected.
Okay. I want you to roll performance. Or deception.
Deception. Let's go for performance. That's a 12.
So you try your best to like not look like you're disliking the food, but it's just really hard. And Senor Savors and Melodious kind of get see that you're like not really enjoying it. Something is distasteful, and Melodious is just chuckles under his breath. Senor Savos raises a glass of wine to you and chugs it down and gives you a big smile.
I don't know what that means. Aja's so confused. Aja will stop eating, just kind of like, oh, I'm so full. Drink, yes, and I'll take a glass of wine and raise it to Senor and just drink it down. Salud! Drink it.
After the Baron sits down, the Baroness will join him sitting. And he will start to get at the food as if like it's business as usual. Like this is just another dinner party that he's a part of. Say, oh, yes, congratulations for winning the tournament. I'm very glad that you made it into town, and this dinner could be a part of your agenda. So, tell me a bit about yourselves. Loki, Kedloy, Aja. What's brought you to the Tri-Town area of Chondath?
Okay, Gather. I'm not sure how I react under the enchantment that I'm under.
So, if she asked for anything, or if anything would to threaten her, then your behavior would change, but you can act normally otherwise.
Okay. Well, we are a group of adventurers, so we have been adventuring, and we were in the area of Chandra, so we wanted to take part in the tournament. Being new to the area, we didn't really know what to expect, but I must say I did enjoy your tournament quite a lot.
Good, that is the point. I'm glad that someone brought some extra entertainment into it. You put up quite a fight. I noticed you were a little lacking at the start, but you managed to pull through. Pulled the heart right out of that stone golem. Kenloy speaks up. The ruby of the sea brought me here. As he stares at Baroness. Right, I see. And are either of you proficient in insight?
I'm pretty good.
Yes, I am proficient in insight.
Do you get that proficiency bonus from insight, Loki?
Yes. So no.
Is there a little check mark?
Yes, that bringing it up. Yes, there is. Sorry, where? Check
In
mark
your
where? Yes.
skills.
Is there a blue check mark in that skill for
Insight, yeah.
for insight? Yes, there is.
Okay. Otherwise, if you weren't proficient, you'd have to make a roll. But you notice it almost immediately. Once Kenloy talks about this, and he mentions the Baroness, and the Baron is obviously knows what he's talking about. You notice on the Baroness's face to someone who wouldn't know, you would just be like a sweet smile and a little bit of blush. But you notice that there's some unease when Kenloy mentions her beauty. And she, though before she was appreciating the attention, now something's different.
From like the Baroness's face?
Yes. She's, for some reason, uncomfortable.
By Kenloy.
When Kenloy mentions her beauty. Aja, what brings you here? You two know each other, Loki and yourself?
Yes, 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 I met Loki through when my times in Weimar and the rest of the tits, and just here to try our skills and maybe seek some wealth and maybe find love and maybe like I don't know, see how good we are. I was just very nervous.
All right. And the Baroness will like look down at her plate and give it a slight smile as you mention all this, and the Baron will just say, "Yes, the Hoppers. We all know about them. They're out of Winterdeep, Waterdeep, and Baldur's Gate, and Neverwinter. How did you come across the name of Tits? Is that something special to you?"
Yes, it's just it's short for Weimar illustrious travelers.
Are you aware that? Are you aware that tits is a sexual slang for breasts?
Is it?
I believe
I never. We just called them honkers where I came from.
Well, maybe it's a bit higher class than you're used to.
Yes, I believe
Boobies?
some of us understood. But I also understand it is also a type of bird.
Is that your mascot, the bird?
I don't know. We have to put that up for a vote with the rest of the party. It's not something that Loki or I can decide, but I think it would be a great mascot.
Admittedly, I couldn't stand when people were shouting your group name. It's just so vulgar. Not something we would want to have in Samra.
I don't know what you're talking about. I love these guys. I love tits.
Sorry. Apologies. More drink. Drink more.
So far, Senor Savorce hasn't said much of anything ever since the Baron came in. Melodius hasn't taken a bite or said anything since you have known him. Givavek has their mouth full from the entire time they're at this table, other than when Baroness mentioned them before. The head servant is just standing at attention, just kind of waiting for something to happen. But we can end it there, as we are at a point where we're kind of thinking about what to do next, what is going on, what is the odd feelings that you're having
Real quick, wasn't Baldur's Gate destroyed?
Yes.
That's interesting that the Baron mentioned that.
Hmm.
Protectors of. It's like, oh yeah, Harpers, protectors of all these big cities, except one of them was destroyed. We all heard the news.
Well, actually, remember it was only rumors that you knew about.
Oh, I thought like we kind of confirmed those rumors because the boat came from Baldur's Gate, but it was just full of dead and demons.
It did make it more solid, the evidence of the rumors, but I mean, you'll have to actually wait for like messengers to deliver the news that Baldur's Gate is destroyed.
I see. Okay. I'm fine ending it here and finishing the dinner conversation and stuff next week.
Yeah, we'll get back to what the rest of the tits would do before you left the tournament and when you arrived in Samra. And what Sheila has been doing all night. And if you wanted, you could talk to Senor Savorce.
I mean, I would want to talk to him. Yeah.
I want to talk.
I want to talk to him.
All right.
What's he all about?
Okay.
So you got the Ring of the Ram, you got Deck of Many, and you got the Prism.
Yeah. Yes. And did my
Congratulations.
pouch have 1,000 platinum pieces in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
That's
I wasn't going
100
to count them at the table. I thought that would be gauche.
That's 100,000 gold.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I figure I'm going to give everyone in the party 150 platinum pieces, and I'll keep 250.
Well, that's quite the wealth for winning the tournament.
That is a lot. That is a lot of wealth.
How many items can we have attuned?
3.
And I looked at this deck of many things and looking at it. It is dangerous as, yeah. It's pretty dangerous. But it's also got some immensely powerful things. So yeah.
That was my message when I said stay safe and good luck. Because it's all about danger and luck with that deck.
Yeah. Because you draw the void, it's just okay. Your character goes bye. That's it. Yeah, it's just pretty much. But then again, the sun, and you go up 2 levels. Boom. Or that there's the fate card is basically like Wish. I mean, pretty much. Maybe it can even do more than Wish. I didn't read everything. I just glanced at the stuff. But yeah, pretty potent.
There's also a couple cards that you will shuffle back into the deck once drawn.
Yeah,
the Fool
well,
and the
they,
Jester. Oh wait, no.
Well,
What's-
most of them go. There's only a couple that don't go back to the deck.
Unless the card is the Fool or the Jester, the card reappears in the deck.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. I don't know what the Fool and Jester did. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to study them, because what's the point? If you're going to use the deck, you pull a card and find out.
You fuck around and find out.
Yeah, F around
That's
and
it.
find out.
Yeah. So, but you can be certain that the next time we are facing impossible odds, and the day appears to be lost, and all hope is gone, I'm grabbing 2 cards.
Also, anyone can draw from it. They just have to declare that they're drawing from it. And how many they're drawing.
Well, yeah, true, because it didn't say anything about attunement, right? Yeah, I mean, it just is, and you draw your cards and take your chances. Great. Well, thank you very much. It was, I mean, the deck's awesome. I mean, I really didn't need a physical deck, but it's awesome. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.